Adonzil says, why does it seem like FromSoft is so much better than most game studios at making improvements to their playability of their games without removing what core players appreciate? One thing that I will just note is that if you have a skilled team that knows exactly what they're trying to make, they can make it very, 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 very fast. Yeah, I think that if your team does not quite know what direction it's going in, you just wind up with what is effectively a massive slowdown. And I like this quote that if one does not know which port to one sails, then no wind is a headwind. Or what the fuck is it? Oh, sorry. If one does not know to which port one sails, then no wind is favorable. And I think it's just a brilliant way to describe if you have a team where you say, here's the goal. Actually, wait, no, this is the goal. Actually, wait, no, I think this is the goal. And the way this might actually materially look is, we're going to make an open world RPG. Actually, wait, no, let's just make a regular RPG. Actually, maybe we're making a looter shooter. Maybe it's a co-op PvE game. I don't know. Like, if you just keep changing your mind, then what can actually happen is that you just are making 10 different products over the course of 5 years. So you've only really spent 6 months on any given project. And sometimes that is completely fine to do. Sometimes you say, we're going to head towards design A, and you're getting there and you're going, it sucks. Let's completely bail, and let's do design B. And there's been success stories. I think Fortnite is probably the biggest one, where they made a game that was like a tower defense co-op shooter game called Fortnite, and then went, actually, maybe we'll make a battle royale, and that was hugely successful. And I think that there's a third thing that people generally lump under the blanket of iteration, which is like, oh, we were working towards design A, and it was good, but it wasn't great. And we think this is what's going wrong, so we change it to version A2. Okay, and this is better than A1, but it still has some issues. Let's keep working on it. We're going to A3 and A4 and A5, and I'm using A as its name because it's all in one direction. And this is healthy iteration. We're going to do A. No, let's do B. No, let's do C. That's kind of... I'm not going to call it bad, but it's just dangerous, because if A, you can't figure out how to solve, and you switch to B and it saves your game, great, that's fantastic. But if you're doing A because it is the most recent trend, and then a new trend comes out, so you chase trend B, and another trend comes out, so you chase trend C, and you're just endlessly sprinting after the last thing that happened to be popular, is a recipe for disaster. And so I think that this all comes back to one of the things that I think that FromSoft does very clearly well, which is their vision feels very proactive and not very reactive. It really feels like the team at FromSoft, tracing all the way back to Demon's Souls, went, dude, you know what? There's just this way of fighting that we think is cool. And also there's this way of exploration that we think is cool. And there's this brutality that we think is cool. And there's this level design that we think is cool. And this aesthetic and there's like layers and layers and layers of things that they just did all on their own. And yeah, they took inspiration from early games. They talk about their root in the Kingsfield series, which is one of their earlier products. But like, they're still just proactively saying, hey, we think this is cool. We're gonna do this. Which is completely different from a lot of the reactive stuff of, we're going to do this because we believe that there's a market for it, and we have a team that's able to tap into that market. Oh my god, wait a minute. Oh no, we're going to switch to a different thing. And I think that this quality allows that team at FromSoft to work incredibly quickly. This game, like if you, let's see, we're 2024. If we trace from 2009, Demon's Souls 2009, Dark Souls 2011, Dark Souls 2 2014, Bloodborne 2015, Dark Souls 3 2016, Sekiro 2019, Elden Ring 2022, Elden Ring DLC 2024, and I've left off the many DLCs for these products in there. That's 15 years, and I have 8 fingers holding up. And again, one of these is Elden Ring, and one is the DLC, but there's also DLCs I have not included. And there's also Deracine that I have not mentioned. Oh, and I forgot Armored Core 6. There we go. Armored Core 6 also came out. Thanks for reminding me about that one. This is not, they did this one game quickly. They are just faster at releasing games than basically every other one of their peers, and also they release more content in their games than every other one of their peers. And I really think that one of the core things that just is so clear is every single one of those games has a very clear creative identity. And that it really felt like there was a vision holder going, nope, we're making this game. This is exactly what we're making. So we really know